I'm a nervous Rex.
Oh, God.
You know, this shirt's kind of fitting.
Yeah,
Considering
right?
Iran just got fucking blown apart by the United States of America,
What
we're
do
all
you-
gonna be like dinosaurs.
Yeah, right?
Just fucking.
We're fighting over dinosaurs. I'm gonna get that oil.
That's true.
They're gonna hit that.
We're dinosaurs.
That's the next thing they're gonna hit. They're gonna get that island.
We're gonna get that oil, baby.
Yeah. I bet you.
Not
I
good.
bet it's coming. What's going on?
I don't know. What's up with Iran right now? What's up with Trump?
Oh, God. Well, seeing as at this time of recording, that happened about fucking an hour or two ago.
Yep.
Damn. I don't know, man. I don't know where to begin with this one.
We had a whole other opening skit for this episode, and we're like, well, that's gone now.
We did. I was going to talk about the theories and scenarios on what happens after the U.S. direct involvement. Airstrike imminent? That's out the fucking window. World War III? Possibly. Nukes? We don't know. We have no idea.
What will Trump do in 2 weeks? We have a whole 2 weeks to figure out what it...
Boom.
Yeah.
I called that one, though. I called him up the other day.
wow.
I'm like, he said 2 weeks. Tonight. That motherfucker's going to drop something tonight. And turns out he didn't do it that night. He did it today.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's scary. It's got a lot of questions going around. I was even talking with some people in the past hour about what the hell do we do? Go bags? Or are we going to get striked down? You know, it raises some serious questions.
Oh, well, I ain't sponsored by them, so I don't care. But they got so many other YouTubers that I watched. I got like that fucking crate that's like good for like 25 years. It's got like rice and shit in it. It's like I think it's good for like 3 months. I have to find like the actual brand or whatever. I used to see them all the time. People would buy them at the surplus store that I went to.
You know what's funny? I love eating organic. It's like I won't touch anything if like it isn't.
Oh, yeah.
I guess besides some sun. I do like 80-20. 80% of what I eat is organic and good for you. But when a nuke drops,
Oh yeah,
everything is covered in radiation. I have a go bag with unorganic rice.
you're eating freeze dried fucking popsicles that are like 85% salt.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Just trying to stay alive.
You ever eat an MRE?
And who?
An MRE?
Never heard of that.
It's a preserved. It's what they give to the guys overseas. MREs.
No.
It's
Oh,
a
is it
it's a
like
meal.
That beef jerky crap is dehydrated meals.
Well, all right. So some of them like the one that I had was I think it was like spaghetti and meatballs or something. It's horrible, but it's not like the worst thing you could eat. Like if you go into like the camping aisle at Walmart, they got shit like that kind of resembles like some things that are in an MRE, but it's not. It wouldn't be my first choice.
Yeah, no,
It wouldn't be
some of
my
these things.
10th choice.
Just like add water, kind of.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you just add water. Some of them I don't even think you need to add water.
Damn.
They got ones that heat themselves up. You don't even need a fire, nothing. It fucking heats the bag. There's like a chemical that makes that thing like super hot.
Yeah.
It's not in the food. It's in
No,
like the,
actually, I think I know.
You know what I'm
a little
talking
bit
about?
it. It's actually like an iron reaction with oxygen or salt or something, and
yeah, and
creates heat. It's
it makes the
natural,
bag
actually.
like 200 degrees, cooks everything.
Yeah.
Pack a go bag.
But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. One of the things I found was this dog.
Oh God.
This dog came in contact with a bear, and just a little bit about what Fox News had to say about it. So Fox News reports that a black bear has broken into a Monrovia, California home in the middle of the night on June 14th. Luckily, the family was protected by its dog, a German Shepherd. So CNN reported on the story as being obviously racist and referring to the incident as an unhoused colored bear simply looking for food and shelter, largely driven by the desperation caused by systemic inequality through deforesting. And that's not all. I mean, talk show host Whoopi Goldberg exploded on The View saying that dog is a total fascist and escalated the situation with extensive force. The bear didn't even do anything violent. The dog's aggression is just toxic masculinity and colonial instincts at work. Then making the call to defund guard dogs and instead invest in black bear talk therapy rehabilitation programs. What's worse is that this was all unfolding while AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, told a reporter that seeing the bear as black leads to dangerous stereotypes and that dogs should check their privilege. On a recent podcast, there was a local canine advocate and founder of Back the Bark, Scooby-Doo, you may know him, said the dog was a damn hero for standing its ground and the bear was probably hopped up on some forest meth. To which his podcast co-host, Scrappy Doo, responded, "Isn't that a bag of meth in your pocket?" To which Scooby responded, "Ruh-roh."
Well, those Germans love the meth.
So I don't know if you've seen that story unfolding from Fox today.
So you're telling me a German Shepherd, a fascist, dare I say the N-word,
That's a bit much.
not the N-word you're thinking of.
Oh.
Yeah, a white supremacist German Shepherd attacked that innocent black bear.
Jesus Christ.
I'm on the side of the German Shepherd.
I don't know what side to take. Now you just made me on the side of the. Now I'm pro bear at this point. Maybe,
That's why the
dog
women.
was taunting her from
That's
the
why
window.
the women choose the bear.
Oh shit!
It's them black bears.
Because there's a Nazi dog in the other eye.
Because that's the only other option. It's just
You can't see
them
that, but
Nazi
the guy
dogs.
has a faint swastika.
Oh no, canceled immediately.
Oh, shit.
We're getting canceled immediately.
Dog,
I got a German Shepherd. I got a German Shepherd mixed with a Belgian Malinois.
dude, I was watching those Belgian Malinois clips you were sending me. Those things are insane.
They're fur missiles. That's the nickname for
They're
them.
like jumping beans.
Yeah,
in
that-
the shape of a dog.
That dog is about probably this high. It can jump like over my head if it wanted to. It could clear the fence, the 8-foot fence I built in the backyard, if it really wanted to.
It was like a fucking a bouncy ball. If I just hit it as hard as I can and go pop, 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 all around this fucking room.
Yeah.
That's what the video of this dog was just effortlessly like. Gravity doesn't apply to Malinois.
No, no,
And
not
you
at
live
all.
with that?
Yeah, that thing
Jesus
sleeps.
Christ.
That thing sleeps on my neck every night. Its beak right up in my neck.
Oh, it sleeps. That's good. I thought it was
Yeah.
just act like that all the time.
No, my dog's awesome. Unless you bring company to the house, then it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
You should see it. She's already broken 2 kennels. And I got a good kennel after she broke the first one. It's like wood. It's like a piece
God.
of furniture and shit with fucking metal bars on it and everything, like thick
I
metal
love
bars.
dogs. I just don't know if I can own one. I mean, I have cats, and these guys already. You think they're like the safest? They wouldn't destroy anything, but they are absolute monsters sometimes.
I had cats.
I had a cat
like cats.
eat a wall, dude.
Yeah.
Insane.
Eat the
What
drywall.
cat eats what? The wood molding underneath the wall, and then like I don't know, I found like a fly or something, scratched some of the paint, and it was like, ooh, paint comes off the wall. Took the rest of the paint off the wall.
Oh no.
So now-
you know what? My dog does that too. My dog my dog could eat the house, bro. If you gave her enough time, she would devour the house. My landlord didn't hear that. She's not
My
destroying
landlord's
anything.
right outside the door, like, oh, I was just about to give you $50 back on your rent, but I heard something inside.
Right.
This is not good.
No, they're selling.
She's
It's all right.
Chinese, I don't know
But
if
for
I
the
hit that
new
accent right,
for the new one, no, she's not. She didn't destroy nothing. Absolutely not. So, you just cut that out.
Sending it right to him.
No, but she'll destroy crates. She'll destroy the garbage. She'll destroy the wall.
marriage. Crazy.
Destroy the marriage.
Yeah.
My wife definitely likes my dog more than she likes me.
No way, really?
Yeah, bro.
All right, you're safe then.
It's. But I got her the dog, so it's all right.
That's cool. And the only thing I get my wife is a headache.
Yeah, I still got her a headache. That dog is a fucking menace. But she loves it. That's what she asked for, and I'm all about pleasing. I'll give you what the fuck you want, even if it's a stupid decision.
It's all about pleasing. Like the governor of California, he's trying to please all these women on The View, but I think that's too big of a job for anyone. Have you seen the video of let me pull it up. Arnold Schwarzenegger on The View. He gets questioned about immigration, and he gives them a response. I don't think any of
I've
them-
seen like bits and pieces of it. I haven't gotten a chance to watch the whole thing all the way through.
Let me show you. It was a pretty good response. I don't think they were expecting.
As the former governor of California, my home state, California's been in the headlines. Obviously, there have been these huge protests of President Trump's immigration policies. He threatened to potentially arrest Gavin Newsom if he didn't comply. If you were governor right now of California, how would you be handling the ongoing crisis that the state's facing?
Well, I think the most important thing is when you are in a leadership position like that, is that you are inclusive and that you work together with everybody. And so it means that you have to work together with local government, the state government, and the federal government. They have to work together rather than fighting each other. Fighting each other's agendas and all of that stuff, that doesn't do good to anybody. And so that's number one. Number two, the most important thing is to create immigration reform, because all of this is happening because we don't have immigration reform. For decades now, this country has needed immigration reform, which means that we recognize the fact there's people in the south of America that want to come north to work, and that we therefore should supply.
So like right now, he's kind of giving them what they want. They're like, all right, he's gonna say it.
Yeah, what is immigration reform? Does that mean like, yeah, let's just wave a pen and make everybody that's here already legal?
It's ambiguous at this point. I feel like he's working up this answer, trying to, coax them, try not to be completely, what do you call that, an enemy. Like first say, hey, like, don't you guys like this? Don't you want this? Need reform. We all agree that there needs to be reform left and right, but what kind of reform are you thinking about?
Right.
And then if he goes a little bit further.
Provide them with enough visas so they can come, because we need those workers. So this is the bottom line, because then we would know who is here. We will be able to get rid of the criminal elements that are here and all of this stuff, so we wouldn't be in a mess that we're in right now. So this is my way of saying always, Democrats and Republicans have to come together and solve this issue if they really want to be public servants. If they want to be party servants and be party hacks and be tied to their ideology, then it won't happen. But if you want to make this country better, and if you want to improve this country and improve the situation of people's lives and bring the prices down and all of this, you will go and serve the people of America. This is what it is. If you're a public servant, that's what you're supposed to do. So that's what I would do if I'm governor.
Yes. But you were governor already.
So I don't know if we could play this entire video. I want to get to do you know where he says in this video the good stuff?
You can't do it again.
I'm not governor anymore.
But you are. But as an immigrant yourself, you are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21.
If your neck looks like this, you need to watch this video.
Oh, God.
If your neck looks like this and it's just somebody fucking wow, then you need to go to the hospital right now. Stop watching this commercial. Fuck it. So basically, he says, I came here. I spent all that time trying to come here legally, and I've everybody else should try to come here legally as well.
Wait, he says that?
Yeah.
No way. Wasn't he? He was a Republican, wasn't he?
He was like technically Republican, very left leaning.
Well, Republican for like California.
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah, because he came here and what? He fucking He came here, he did the bodybuilding at first, and then he did fucking acting, which is like a miracle on its own with the accent, everything. But he like, what's the word I'm looking for? He boosted, like, he gave something back to America, right?
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur. He made money. He made jobs here.
Right.
He's contributing.
Right. He's not coming here and fucking, you know, just sitting around getting a check, or, you know, getting fucking 1,400 on food stamps for the 10 kids that they had here, and, you know, the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. You gotta put in your work, and you know who else put in work this week? This has been a fucking crazy week.
I know.
Ted Cruz versus Tucker Carlson. Who had that on their bingo card? And I think both of them did a really good job. I like what Tucker had to say. Did you get to watch the interview?
Yeah, I got to listen to this.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was cool.
I think it was a conversation that needed to be had. And I mean, when I first started listening to it, I thought, fuck, this is not good. You know? Like, we don't need the division in the party right now. But these conversations need to be had. I can get some of the things that Ted Cruz is bringing up, even though he really didn't have that much of defense. He got very defensive when...
I didn't like how he went for the anti-Semite card.
Yeah, right?
Such a low blow.
That's like a very liberal thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
trying to like give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not, I'm trying to make up
Right.
my mind through this interview, and then just for him to go the liberal card of like, well, you're an anti-Semite if you're not completely on board with everything. It's like, oh, so you're hiding something because now you're in a
Right.
danger zone. You feel provoked, and this is your get out of jail. Oh, now try to deal with that. I just called you something.
right, yeah, and it's like you don't. What's the right word for this? I'm trying to pick the words carefully, but
You're trying not to say the N-word.
no, like you don't, like, just because like we don't need to be the fucking piggy bank for Israel.
Yeah.
We don't need to be that. And for saying that doesn't make anybody an anti-Semite or whatever. You can criticize them for being, war hawks or whatever. But in the same breath, you still have to take some of the things that are being said about the region with, you got to be a little serious about it too. It's not all bullshit, but I don't know. This is what I mean. I think the conversation that they had was good. It's out in the open. Ted said what he needed to say in the best fucking way that he could. I think Tucker had that. There's a lot of things that Tucker said that you need answers for.
Yeah, I think same thing. Tucker had a lot of good things to say, and the Zodiac Killer had some good things as well. But this whole Iran thing, I know nothing about foreign stuff.
I pretend like I do. Like, I like to think that I have a good amount of knowledge, but, and in today's age, you just get bombarded with there's just a new fucking thing every day.
Yeah. You have to at least try to know. So I think people that you're trying to, I don't have the background, I'm not an expert, so I'm just going to leave it alone. And it's like, no, that's not how democracy works. We all have to
No, yeah, you gotta
try.
Right, you gotta stay engaged.
Because if you don't understand, then there's a nuke hitting near you, and you're like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on.
Right. That's what I mean. It's like if at least 50% of what they're saying is true, then it's kind of like, all right, I gotta engage and come to the best conclusion. I'm not.
Yeah. AI is, I feel like, groundbreaking because I was like, all right, I don't know, 10 years ago, you want to understand like what's going on in the Middle East, you have to ask like 50 people, chase them down, they have to be, really smart, read a bunch of books, do your own research, get a degree in it. I had a question based on what's going on. I was like, well, Trump is saying that Iran is close to developing nuclear weapon. They're X amount of days or weeks away or months from doing it, and it's a threat. So what proof is there that's public information that that's true? Because I mean, if what's on the table at that point when I searched this up was like, oh, we could be entering into World War III. If we're going to drop bombs on this country, the public should have some buy-in, and the buy-in comes from, hey, this is some stuff that happened. And every other, major war we've gotten into, there was some kind of provocation where Americans died or some buildings went down. But like right now, it's just based off of some guy told our president that the stuff is going on that they're really close to building a bomb. But there's nothing for us as citizens to say, oh, we see that too. We just have to trust these intel communities for this,
Right, and it's
potentially
mostly
World War III.
right, and the intel. I mean, probably my assumption is that probably most of the intel coming out of that area is gonna be from the only ally, well, not the only ally, but our strongest ally in the region, which is Israel. So they have a vested interest in taking them out because they're
Iran's not good. They're funding.
Yeah, they're
Hamas,
funding
which I also
three
learned from the intel community.
right. They're funding 3 different terrorist organizations in the region that don't like Israel and they don't like us. So, it puts people in like this mental gymnastics of trying to figure out morally and logically if we should do this or do that. And I don't know. And there's also the fact that we don't know everything that they know either. And yeah, there's not a good reason to trust them because of all the fucking lies that we've gotten over the years. But I don't know.
I would like to know. So I was just reading reports a couple weeks ago. Trump has record military enrollment. I haven't seen this in X amount of years. This is crazy. Just like people like willing to join up for the war. And I think
Yeah,
that
it's like a
happened out of,
15-year
like,
high.
Yeah, I want to serve my country, but I want it to be under leadership that is generally not going to get us into needless, endless, forever wars. So here Trump comes along. Okay, everybody wants to jump in. Tons of great reasons to join the military. And then he goes and drops bomb on Iran. I wonder what the number of enrollment's going to be like this next month and the month after that.
Right.
Where they're like, oh, wait, shoot. Hold on. I thought we weren't going to do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, like, how many people out there that are like, yeah, I want to go do this or do that over there. Some people join up for a fight. There's a lot of people that join up for the chance to go and do stuff over there. They don't, but there's also a lot of people that join up just because it's a good option. It's, it's sometimes the only option.
Yeah. You get benefits, you get all the
Right.
stuff. Your family's been doing it. There's actually a subset of people that do it because there's some words you can't say on YouTube, but they no longer want to be dancing in the sunlight anymore.
Comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what? Go out there and maybe an accident will happen. And that's pretty dangerous to think about if you're in a squadron with those kind of people.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to have your back,
Right.
and they're waiting for something to go wrong.
They're waiting. Yeah, I thought you were going a different way with that. I thought you meant, they're joining to get something paid for that they don't want to pay for themselves. Oh,
Oh, a surgery?
yeah, some kind of surgery.
I think we could say that. No, a transition.
Well, I
perchance?
mean, if you go back to the last episode, I kind of went off the rails. They don't like me. They're not gonna. If any of them are watching me, they don't like me. But I'm just
You'd be
being
surprised.
honest.
I had an old friend group, LGBT community, all of them. It was, and a good like 80% of them were Trump supporters. This is 2016,
Yeah.
and they were beside themselves about like all the stuff that's going on, pushing the stuff on children and stuff. They're like, no, we believe in LGBT rights, but like we have a line. I was like, that's interesting. And they had a whole community themselves, and it felt like
I know.
they weren't a minority in this belief set. They just felt like they couldn't speak out about it in certain subtexts.
Yeah, I mean, like the few people that I know that are gay, everyone, the ones that I know personally are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
And it might be because it's friend group, area, region that we grew up, the lifestyle that we had growing up, small town. But they're Trump supporters. And I was like, all right. You know what? They're not like full-blown diehard MAGA people, but they're just, they don't like the woke bullshit either. It's like hijacking their life. And it puts the label on them.
Yeah.
Some people like that. Some people don't. I don't want to be labeled. I'm
like that
fucking
happens
an
with
open person to a
every
lot of
party.
things.
Even like a Republican.
Oh, this.
wanna
I
play
sent you
this.
this.
Nick Fuentes exposes the truth about the Iran war.
I like just his part. Like I watched this for about the only time, for him talking. I didn't get their take on it. I like these guys though. The conservative twins. You ever watch them?
The Hodgkin twins.
Yeah.
Right? I like them. They when Robert Kennedy was running for president, they had him on. They were really nice. I think
They're
they were
fucking
supporters
funny.
of him. They're funny guys. Nick Fuentes, I don't know who he is, but I
don't know
listened to
who
this
he is
podcast
either.
called H3 with Ethan Klein.
Yeah.
And they talk about this guy like he's the boogeyman.
Yeah, that was literally the only context that I have of him either. I heard his name one time in like a bad context somewhere, and I don't know him.
I don't know. Something far right. Is he like a Nazi?
I have no idea. I don't watch him. I only found this today because of the criteria we were looking up.
Looks like he showers with squirrels.
Right.
Look a little squirrely. Yeah. Put this on the screen.
Well, hey, you can't say you weren't warned. Trump did say no nukes, so you got to be in favor of this. Don't call Trump out. They're also saying things like, well, this is going to split the base. People are talking about, whether this is MAGA. You got neocons, genuine Jewish neocons saying, if you don't support Trump bombing Iran, you're not MAGA. I'm seeing huge engagement on these anonymous, probably AI shill, who even knows if they're American Twitter accounts, and they're saying, look at all the rats abandoning MAGA just because he's bombing Iran. What? What? I see these like anonymous pro-Trump shill accounts with 20,000 likes. They're saying all this did was reveal who were the fake MAGA supporters. If you're not with Trump bombing Iran, you're fake MAGA.
That's crazy. Yeah, got a show for y'all. Got a damn good show today.
So what do you
Before
think?
we get today's video, don't forget we got a new gift.
I got a little comprehension, but was he kind of saying, was he taking the Tucker Carlson kind of point of view?
It sounds like it to me.
Oh, that's good.
It is good. I don't know anything about him, but I thought that was an interesting take, and it's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, you don't have to be fucking all in on, bombing Iran, and you don't have to be all in on, we can't do fucking anything and be isolationists, because neither one of them is like a viable option at this point. You have to weigh the pros and cons and figure it the fuck out as you go.
Yeah, it's
Because it's an evolving thing.
I'm in between. Like right now, they're trying to pass something. Congress is that will take away Trump or any president's ability to kind of, I guess, wage war, or start a war with another country, or declare a war. Because per the Constitution, you need the Congress to approve a war.
Yeah, you need Congress to officially go to war, but I mean, they didn't take it away from anybody else to do an operation here or an operation there if they felt like they needed to.
Yeah.
And then you get these people on the left that are like, oh, I thought you said no new wars, no new this, no new that. I don't really give a shit what they have to say. They wanted to send fucking millions of fucking people to die over in Ukraine and fucking keep that war going and spending fucking billions of dollars. Like, I don't give a shit what they have to say. They can say whatever they want, but I don't fucking care.
Each war benefits certain
Right.
groups, and it's like, well, this war is not benefiting my group, so I'm against it.
There is, I don't know how big the segment is, but I think that there definitely is an element on the left that does not like this simply because it helps Israel.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just a fact.
And then that becomes a bit of, well, is
Right.
it just because Israel's a boogeyman now? I mean, we got to have more nuance than just,
Right.
left is all bad, right is all bad, anything, Israel's bad.
No, I'm
Iran's
saying
bad.
I'm saying it's a segment within the left. I don't think it's all every Democrat walking in the country right now, but there is definitely that element on the left.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. They're it's all the way through Congress too. They're divided.
Right.
Republicans.
It's
are divided,
crazy.
too. So AIPAC hasn't been doing a good job.
Oh man, you should play that part when they talk about AIPAC in that video. That was good. That was good. Oh,
Who dies? Oh, I'll play that.
I know you wanted to get into that.
This
at some
morning,
point.
Kraft Heinz and General Mills announcing a major step forward in response to growing health concerns about artificial coloring in our food. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here with more. And Dr. tell us about these announcements and why they're significant.
Well, Michael, artificial dyes are in so many of the foods we eat. They may be in your breakfast cereal, snacks, candies, beverages, and there is a concern for harm. So there's been a growing movement to get them eliminated. So Kraft is announcing they will no longer be launching any products that have artificial dye in them. They will also be looking to eliminate the dyes that are in existing products by 2027, maybe switching over to natural dyes if necessary. They say that 90% of the foods they already have out on the market do not have artificial dyes. So Heinz ketchup, no dye. The beloved Kraft mac and cheese, they eliminated artificial dyes in 2016. So what does have dye in it? Things like Jell-O, Crystal Light, jet puffed marshmallows, things like that. So they'll be looking to eliminate that. And so we've really seen a growing movement starting about 6 months ago. The FDA banning red dye number 3, RFK announcing that the government will be looking to eliminate artificial dyes from the American food supply, the 8 remaining ones, over the next year. We've seen states like West Virginia ban them, other countries, and other companies.
I like this. It's funny because Kraft and General. Oh, that wasn't playing. No, it was. They're taking this as such a win. We're getting rid of the dyes, which is great. I'm not knocking that. But then you look at the rest of their ingredients, which Kennedy is coming after those too. He wants to get rid of high fructose corn syrup and titanium dioxide, which I'm pretty sure even right there in Heinz ketchup, they said, well, there's no dyes in our ketchup. Well, there is high fructose corn syrup. So, I mean, yeah, you're going to get out the dyes by 2027, but when are you going to, eventually...
They're going to take this away from me.
FDA is going to come down and be like, okay, now you got to get rid of this other thing. So how many times are you going to change your distribution process? Why not just make all the changes at once? I don't know if maybe it makes more economic sense to them, but I would think you'd want to do it all at once instead of updating your ingredient list every year.
I showed this video to my wife, and she started hitting me with because eventually they're going to get into they're going to do the natural dyes, right?
Yeah.
And then, so she hits me with well, all right, then what are we going to do? Are we going to have farms for the algae and farms for the bugs that you can get the red dye for? And I said to her, I'm like, well, what do you need? You don't even need that in there. You don't even have to put the natural dyes in. It's just there for aesthetic. It's not there for anything else.
Yeah, it does help sell things. So like a lot of for example, turmeric is a huge. You color a lot of food with turmeric. It's gonna have more turmeric farms.
Right, and turmeric's good for you.
Yeah, and not all of the red dye has to come from algae. There will be some source from algae.
Well, no, the algae one was for like a blue. They were saying it's like can make a bluish color dye.
Yeah.
But even I said this to her too. I'm like, even if they did make farms, well, now you're creating jobs for people to farm this stuff.
Yep.
If you create farms, then you create preservation for the natural sources that it comes, because like she's saying, oh well, now they're gonna do deforestation, or they're gonna fucking drive that bug to extinction, or drive the algae. They're gonna be taking all the algae out of the ocean and stuff and fucking with the ecosystem. And I'm like, well, and then she brought up the farms, and I'm like, well, the farms is kind of a good thing if they go in that direction, because it creates jobs and it creates preservation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still all for just aesthetic.
Yeah, that sounds like a decent argument, but then on the other side, it's like, all right, do we leave petroleum-based dyes, which there are thousands of articles?
Oh, no.
So it's like, all right,
Yeah,
but then
right.
do we transition to some of these food dyes that are coming from what I guess she's bringing up as an unsustainable source?
No, so she's on your side.
All right.
She's on your side. She's just trying to look at it from like all the points of view, because she's thinking that eventually they'll be like, you know how PETA is like against animals and like animal shit and whatnot. They want to not have cows and farms and all that shit.
Yeah.
So she's thinking that there's gonna be like the vegetarians are gonna rise up and they're gonna make a PETA for plants and shit like that.
Oh.
And I'm like,
People against eating tasty plants?
yeah, I don't know. That was her take.
Huh.
And I was like,
Yeah, could.
maybe.
That could be a possibility. I mean, I don't know. We've seen it. Well, I mean, we'd have to see the science on that, but like with wind turbines, everybody wants to go over wind turbines because supposedly, they have this carbon fundamentalism. And then we started putting in wind turbines on land. Cool. It's killing a lot of birds, but all right. Then we put it in the ocean.
And they fuck with the
it's
whales.
It's been completely devastating marine life.
Right.
And it's just the amount of whales that are dying, the amount of noise, the decibel level that is. The whales are coming up and their ears are bleeding. They're like, oh, the nets did that from the fishermen. I'm like, okay.
Right.
You sure? The nets are making them bleed from their ears, and it wasn't the drilling into the bedrock.
Right. And the constant
past 3
fucking
months.
vibration going through the water.
Yeah. So then it's like, all right, is the answer worse than the problem?
Right. Yeah. If we all see, like, everything is objective now. Even logic is objective, and it shouldn't be. It's like, hey, this is fucking stupid to do this. It's not a sustainable resource, or it's not effective. And we keep fucking pouring money into shit that doesn't work, and we know it doesn't work.
Yeah, it would be nice if we didn't have captured agencies, because there's supposed to be people out there doing real science and making sure stuff like this doesn't happen. And how many agencies did these wind turbines have to go through to get approval? Government level, the municipal level, the energy level, everywhere, all failed us. There was actually even off the coast of Rhode Island, I forget the name of this fisherman group. They're the ones. I forget, it's like 17 or 9 people. This entire committee, they're in charge of coming up with, I guess, the recommendations of the advisory board of what goes on in the ocean right off the coast of Rhode Island. And they said this is going to be absolutely harmful to the ocean.
Right. Or the ocean
Blue
state.
Rhode Island, but from, and they're saying we can't let this happen as is. A lot of the stuff is like, oh, if you make certain modifications or something, but then the owners of the wind turbines are like, that's going to cost money. And that's the money we want to keep in our pocket. So instead of making some of these tweaks that could maybe end up saving marine life, and long story short, everybody on that committee quit.
Right.
And now we're seeing these wind turbines go up very cheaply. The blades are breaking off. Fiberglass shards are washing up on the beaches. Then people can't go to the beach for months while they're cleaning up all the debris. The fish are dying. It's been, and then the oil is leaking from the turbines, like diesel oil, into the ocean, like thousands of gallons. I'm like, what part of this is better than the problem you're trying to solve?
Right. And doesn't that wind turbine, like, after fucking like 3 years, cost more energy to run than it does it doesn't even produce it? Like,
Probably.
You got to think, we get all types of weather here and shit. Birds fly into it. If that thing is not, like, if that gets damaged in any way, now it's it's not even putting energy back into the grid. It's either going, it's just up there spinning and not creating anything, or it's taking energy.
Yeah. And I mean, we had every time a blade breaks off of one of these things, it's because we had a little storm. How many little storms are we gonna have in a year, and 5 or 10 years?
We're on the coast. We fucking get a million. We get storms every year.
Yeah, we're in New England.
From May to fucking August. I mean, the May to October. And we get a storm. We get tornadoes here every once in a blue moon too.
Oh yeah, when we get a tornado, those things are gonna be gone. They're all gonna be wiped out. They can't even handle storms.
Or we'll get that hurricane come up the coast and fucking that'll be it. Now you wasted all that money. All you need is one bad storm season within a 10-year period, and you just wasted all that fucking money.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody's failing left and right. All the agencies that could have caught it but didn't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we get to the root cause of that. Yeah, I gotta start paying for YouTube.
You gotta get that premium.
I pay for Spotify, but
I got. That's all I got. I got premium and I got Spotify. I let Katie pay for the Netflix. It's nice. Oh, this guy. When I first watched this, I thought that was a chick.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I'm going to live forever. I rubbed his sperm on my face.
Oh.
That's the ones I don't give to the children.
And then I saw this picture. I'm like, oh, it's just a very feminine dude.
Yeah.
With a lot of fucking money, probably.
That's so cool. Is this the guy? Hold on. Isn't he in jail? Isn't it Telegram? Or I'm thinking about another app.
No, I think they yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think they threatened to throw him in jail. I don't know if he ended up actually going to jail.
Huh.
Maybe he did. Maybe that's why he's pledging to leave fucking $17 billion to 100 fucking people. You know, did you watch that whole thing, right? He's not leaving it. They can't access it for like 30 years. He wants them to live normal lives. If you knew you were getting, like, I don't know, if you knew you were getting $500 million in 30 years, he wants them to like create and do things and be productive and do it on their own and then get it. But like, is that gonna give you any incentive to do anything?
Well, then you have the obverse of that could come up with the same problem, the same claim. It's like, well, if you know you have $30 billion coming in or whatever, are you gonna do anything? You're just gonna sit back.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But then if you don't know you have it, then you can say, are you gonna try as hard? You might have done something different if you knew that money was gonna be at the end of the tunnel.
Right. I don't know. I tell you one thing though. If those people have kids yet already, those kids are gonna be like, stay alive. For 30 years, you gotta stay alive.
Yeah.
But only for 30 years. Yeah. When you know what I'm saying?
You could put the money in a trust only for 30 years.
Yeah, only stay alive for 30 years.
You ever heard of a beneficiary?
All right. Put me down. All right. Let me get that. That's fucked up.
But each of those 100 kids, if they leave it to another 100 kids,
yeah, right.
I'll be dead and I won't get any of it. So why am I?
What country is he? He's not from here, is he?
From France.
From France? It'd be a bunch of Frenchmen with fucking billions of dollars. That's scary.
These sperm babies could be.
Oh yeah. Did he do it just in France, or did he go all over the world donating his shit?
I don't know, dude.
And that's probably a question that.
Ask his penis.
Right.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? How many cups did you fill in Malaysia?
But
right.
What is up with are all the billionaires doing this?
What?
Musk has like 14 kids. And
yeah, they're trying to create a legacy. If you had billions of dollars, wouldn't you want to, like, they can afford to have fucking hundreds of kids.
Yeah.
They're not going broke.
That could be cool. I don't know. Are they
Imagine.
actually smart? Did they get lucky?
That's 104 dishwashers right there.
It's a good 104 dishwasher.
Yeah, bro. There's one to mow the lawn. There's one to do the dishes. There's one to take the garbage out.
Yeah. This is why we have kids.
Right. Right. You gotta help
As soon
out.
as I get tired of washing the dishes, I'm like, honey,
Yeah, get in here.
honey.
Remember that Call of Duty game I got you? Well, that's 3 months of dishes, buddy.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like doing it.
I don't know. We gotta do something so in 6 years I don't have to do this anymore.
Right. You got clothes on your back, right? All right. Get in there and fucking wash the dishes. You take out the garbage. You go mow the lawn.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
Terrible. Terrible person.
Yeah.
That's a bad joke.
Did we go through all these videos yet? What else do we got?
Oh, that first one right there. That one. That's the car guy from last week.
Dude, so I didn't watch this, but the title makes me very scared for him.
Oh yeah. He's got the Tucker Carlson take, for the most part, and the Nick, whatever his name was, I forget.
No, everything I've
Fuentes.
observed, everything that would normally get somebody canceled, and you'd be.
But I want to say, my last speech before World War and AI, everything I didn't say, doesn't this sound like a going away letter?
That sounds like someone that's getting. No, he's not going away. I don't know. Maybe. That does kind of sound like a farewell.
Last video he ever uploads.
Well, I mean, like, if you listen to what he says, I think he generally, he you know, he's probably looking at this like, yeah, this is the end. And I don't know. Everybody thinks it's the end right up until it's not the end. The Y2K was the end. 2012 was the end. Fucking 2020 was the end. And we're still fucking chugging along. It's getting weirder and crazier every day, but
Yeah.
I mean, the AI thing, yeah, that's scary.
That has.
I think I'm more afraid of
Scary
that than
potential.
I'm afraid of World War III. I know that might be a hot take.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually, huh? World War III or death by AI? Because
Well-
one's like, I feel slower than the other.
Well, yeah.
Slow than quick.
No, I'm more afraid of like because AI is not gonna be the end of us. AI is the enslavement of us
Yeah.
and being kept in the dark. And I think that's more terrifying than just fucking dying. To me. I know other people probably have a different opinion on that, and that's cool, but going the rest of my life fucking not being able to have information or know that everything is a lie. I mean, everything.
Yeah, no, don't even know it's real. What part of your government is actually just
Right.
AI symbiote?
Right. It's unfathomable what happens. At least with World War III, you know, okay, if it happens, I'm more than likely going to die, and if I survive, then I'm probably still going to die at some point after that. It's just going to suck more.
Yeah.
You know, if it becomes like, you know, if World War III actually goes the way of, you know, nuclear holocaust, then yeah. I mean, I live probably fucking 2 miles out of a fucking major city.
Maybe nobody will have to go to war anymore.
Well, you know what? You know
Send
what
the
else?
robots.
If the world does survive World War III, and society does come back out of the ashes, there won't be AI, and that's probably a real hot take for me to say.
Unless they seed the universe with AI. Imagine I don't know. We get so advanced before that happens, and they like,
Right.
send AI.
They
to
should just
Mars.
build the servers for all this shit in fucking outer space and be like, all right, this is develop AI on Mars, like fucking far away from here,
Yep.
and then, you know, put all the good parts of us into it and send it to fucking Alpha Centauri or wherever and start
Imagine AI
setting up cities.
AI reaches out to other planets without telling us. Like,
Right.
other civilizations that are aliens and stuff. They're like, help.
You ever watch Aliens? like the movie series Aliens.
I watch so many movies. And
That's
10
that's
seconds
basically
later,
what
I
they
forget.
do. I mean, like in the movies, they have people with them, but they talk about that a lot. They always send one fucking person that's an AI. That's not like David or whatever his name was in the movie. There's always like somebody there to set shit up in case the crew dies, and they always fucking die in those movies. You know, but that would probably be the very practical and smart decision for AI is like, okay, don't give this thing full reign, but give it enough intelligence to go and build infrastructure on places that we could potentially go to. You send a bunch, like a ship full of fucking, fertilized eggs over there, and like they did in that movie Interstellar, if we can get to like that technology. I think we even have that technology to like save eggs that are already fertilized and incubate them. I don't know for sure, but if we aren't there yet, don't think we're far off from that.
Yeah.
Send them on the ship and get them the fuck out of here. And now you're spreading life. You're seeding other planets.
Some alien planet gets a package.
We're
They
not
open it
going.
up, it's just a bunch of sperm. It's like,
Right.
like
Like,
why
what
the
is
fuck
this?
Did we get this? We don't know what to do with
Where's
it.
the egg? Why is it just a cup? You sent the wrong package. This is a bad fuck up from
It's
FedEx.
from Elon Musk. It just says 69420 all over the place, and it
Right.
says semen everywhere.
It says, haha, fuck you.
We don't know what to do with this. We had barely developed fire yet.
Right.
But it's there.
Like, here you go.
And they ate it. This is the last video.
All
My
right.
last speech before World War and AI. Everything I didn't say.
Be afraid to say because I really don't think we have a future anymore.
Oh, there's the car.
AI's ability to flood the internet with fakeness and completely overshadow all algorithms, as well as all the platforms' ability to program people through these means is unstoppable. So this is the end of the era. I'm going to speak about our nation, our government, what I've observed from the inside, as well as all of the polls that I did on my channel that were very taboo, where we asked people everything from who would you rather babysit your children, which is original Nazis, LGBTQ+, Jews and Zionists, etc. So you get an idea where all these polls were going, but there were 30
I haven't seen
of
the
them.
polls.
And they do show me the presence of psyops in our culture, as well as the actual intelligence of people to see some things, because there's some themes in there.
Do you have a business that makes at least $200,000 per year in top line
No,
revenue?
I don't. I don't know what you're talking about, lady. Fuck you.
So, right now, Israel went ahead and attacked Iran because they allegedly are right away from having nuclear weapons. Okay, well, that's a tune we've all heard before, a bunch of times. And then we have attacks or false flag attacks, much like 9/11, that have us go on big wars and create things like Patriot Acts.
This guy seems unhinged, man. Where did you find this video?
I don't know. I thought it was all right. I thought he made some good points in there. Yeah, he's a little.
He seems like every dad in the garage.
He's
after
scared.
a couple beers.
And what did he make this? He made this 3 days ago, and now what? We're dropping bombs on the nuclear sites. Oh, I mean, he wasn't completely unhinged. You know?
I mean, a broken clock's right twice a day. Everywhere
That's true.
we are, the place that we're in. But
So what do you want to talk about now? We free flowing?
Oh, you want to do the what did we do last time? Would you rather?
Oh yeah, I'm retracting my statement.
You no longer want the pine cone up your ass?
No, I went back and looked at that. I'm like, I'm such an idiot. I could have just fucking said option 3, which is, you know.
Jesus Christ.
You can't say that on YouTube, but you
Option
know.
4 was $1 million bag of cash.
Yeah. Okay.
But the trick
Where
there
is
is
it at?
that the bag is worth $1 million.
Oh,
And it's $5 inside.
so it's a Louis
And you can't
Vuitton.
sell it because there's no secondary market. And it loses value.
Gonna get that.
There's no winning. You got any would you rathers?
Would you rather? I don't. I wish I had prepared better. I wish it wasn't. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock at night.
5 o'clock somewhere, baby.
Hell yeah.
What's it gonna do?
This thing fucked me all up. We had like a great segment we were gonna go. I mean, we did most of it. We covered most of what, we set out to cover for this week. We went in, baby.
Baby.
Now
I'm
we're
a baby.
we're going. We're bombing them.
Yeah,
Would you rather fight a bear with your bare hands or wrestle an alligator in a swamp? That's ugh. You know what? I don't know. I think I might go for the alligator.
Bear.
Can I have duct tape?
What? Can you have duct tape for the alligator?
Yeah.
Dude, actually, I've seen so many people wrestle alligators, something I would never do. But I think there's like a science to them. They do some shit that like, they know, I don't know.
Some of them are pretty cool. You see them them Florida people are fucked up.
I think
They're
they
like-
figured
they're like
out
feeding
alligators
them-
like a Rubik's Cube. They're like, all right, if you're on the left side and you don't make a sudden motion, like they don't even know you're there.
Right.
And then you break their neck. I don't fucking know.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, the fucking Florida people though, they wrestle them all the time. I seen a video a couple months ago of a guy getting his dog back like from an alligator. I'm pretty sure that the dog died. I think he got the body back, but he fucked that alligator up.
Would you rather eat a live cockroach or lick the bottom of a public restroom shoe?
Oh God. I don't know.
Cockroach.
Neither. I'm going with option 3 again. Option C.
Option C. Well, Bill Gates wants us to eat cockroaches. He says you're delicious. He won't eat them, but we can.
Right, he'll have the steak and we can have the cockroach fucking protein bars from fucking Snowpiercer. Nice. Can't wait.
I would probably go cockroach because, once you bite it, it's dead.
It's a fucking cockroach, though. Like, you think about the bottom of a public restroom, a public restroom shoe.
Oh, the context. Did it just walk in there? I kind of believe
Right.
in the 5-second rule.
Well,
if it was
I mean,
a new
like-
shoe, it took one step in there, but all right, give me that.
What do you think cockroaches are doing with their time? You think they're going in the cleanliest of places? It's probably worse than a bathroom shoe.
Yeah, you're right.
If it's a new pair of shoes, he just walked in there.
Damn, you raise a good question.
It's context. You need more context. If it's a brand new pair of shoes, he just walked in there. Yeah. Even if it's like a fucking 6 month old pair of shoes, and he just walked in there. Is he working in an office? Is he working on a job site with fucking all types of dust and shit on his fucking? Is he working in? Is he a plumber? Got fucking feces on the bottom of his shoes. Like, I don't know.
He goes to the strip
I'll
club
probably
too much?
go with the shoe.
Yikes.
What are you gonna do?
Third option, baby.
You gonna shoot? You gonna go in?
No, like I said, people use bugs.
Yeah, right.
Take my chance
Yeah,
with the
well, I
bug.
mean, I guess we're all gonna be doing that with the red dye. If we want to have like aesthetic stuff, we're gonna be using that red dye from Bucks. It's gonna be great. Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they already used that in some things, like the fucking like candy and shit. Like, isn't Red 40? Oh no, Red 40 is petroleum, right? That's a petroleum product.
There is a red.
There's a red that they use in like.
Starbucks got in trouble for, but I supposedly that they don't use that source for that dye.
No.
But there is a type of red or pink that comes from
a bug,
like a parasitic bug, actually.
That's a
Yeah, it's gross.
That's nice. That's great.
Shit, yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Would you rather? So last week it was, would you rather shove a pine cone up your ass or have a sex change operation?
Yeah, I'll give you the order. All right. I'm going with option C first. Then it's the pine cone. Then it's yeah. That would be the options. Like
Some
gun to
people
my
be
head.
like, whoa, free boobs. Thank you.
Well, you're not. Yeah, right.
Appreciate
but if
it.
it's like the whole shebang,
The whole shebang.
the whole shebang is.
Keep it on ice.
I mean,
After the dare's done, you put it back on. Now you got a
It's
bunch
not
of free
gonna.
parts.
That's not how it works. It's not gonna. It's not gonna work the same. They don't take it off, bro. They cut it in half and then stick it in you.
What are you watching? What do you do?
The truth. That's
in your
what they
free
do.
time? This is disgusting.
That's what they do.
How do you know this?
Because I watch it.
That's what I thought.
Because I'm educated.
Sick
You
fuck.
go the RFK route with the dyes, and I look at shit that like that.
Oh,
I watch the abortions, the fucking all the medical stuff.
Jesus.
Like what they do.
You'd probably do the pimple popper stuff too, huh?
No, fuck that.
You'd rather watch
What?
the fucking penis.
I
get
don't
split
want.
in
I've
half?
never seen the surgery. I've never seen a video of surgery, bro. I just know that that's what they do. Yeah, they're not just putting you on the chopping block and sending you on your way. They're taking that whole thing and making a makeshift vagina.
How about, would you rather fuck a porcupine or
God.
get fucked by a porcupine?
I don't know. I have no idea. Have you you know I'm watching Tires, right?
I just finished it today.
You just finished it?
Fine.
So I wanted to, we were gonna watch it today, this morning, and I got on there, and oh, by the way, Netflix needs to fix whatever's going on with their app, because I got on there, right, and it was like the image was all fucked up, so I couldn't watch it.
What the heck?
It was like all green and fucking blue and all fucked up, like the digital shit comes
Did
up.
you unplug it and plug it back
Yeah,
in?
I did. I deleted the app and re-downloaded it, re-signed in, everything. Still fucked up.
I ran.
That's not Iran. That's a Netflix problem. You guys gotta get on your shit. You gotta fix it. I want to watch Tires.
Iran's side, or like we're not
I've been
gonna-
watching the only 2 Shane Gillis specials over and over again for like 2 years.
Sheesh.
I love it. The guy's fucking hilarious.
Jesus Christ. I guess that's the end of the podcast, brother.
I guess so.
Hour 3 minutes.
We're gonna have to do this at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and not 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, we never told people what podcast they're watching. This entire time, they had no idea.
You have no idea where you are?
This could be Joe Rogan for all they know.
No,
Maybe we should leave them
this
in the
could be the secret podcast, like one of the first episodes, being fucking retarded.
This has been Andrew Huberman, and
Yeah, you're watching
Dylan.
Daily Wire with Dylan Schmeckelmore and fucking Russell Goldman.
Russell Goldman. You were behind the attacks.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
No,
This has been the
SupWith podcast.
with your host Dylan, Russell.
Peace
Been good
out.
chatting. Leave some comments. Like, subscribe.
We're gonna make a Twitter and a Facebook and all places for social media soon. And then we'll have a little bar on the video that shows our fucked up names that maybe people have already taken. So it might be SupWith 1.574 fucking podcast, but it'll be good. You'll be able to find us.
But yeah, in the comments, actually leave a good would you rather question for the next podcast.
Yes, and if you want, throw in some topics you'd like us to cover or any ideas. We're open to
Or guests.
yeah, or guests. Yeah, if you're somewhere in the New England area and you would like to be on this podcast talking with these 2 dudes, then hit us up. Would love to have you and talk to you about whatever the fuck you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Politics, even if it's just life experiences, whatever you got. We're down.
Cats.
Cats, dogs, the meaning of life.
Yeah. Just get some really depressed person on, which we'll talk to you too. Talk you down.
All right. Peace
been
out.
real.
See you next
Adios.
week.